I think most people would have no idea what that experience is like.
No.
Carrying out the exercises. So can you paint a picture of that? I don't know how much people share about their own experience, but can you just try to describe some of that?
Well, I went to California to this parish, and I had given the exercise to sisters, priests, and then this was a group completely lay people, and that remained my clientele, as it were. And I think I've given the exercise in their entirety to about 100 people. So I have a reasonable experience of the lay person coming to the exercises. These people were good coming to them, but they got a great experience. And the experience came from one point of the exercise alone. And it was, when you're doing the exercise, you're asked to enter into the scene itself. And you become part of it. Like the old chap at Bertside who couldn't manage to get to the porters when they moved because there was no one there to carry him down, and so he was carrying on that way for 30 odd years. But they wouldn't be that level, but they hadn't got any particular experience of the spiritual life or of the, certainly not of the exercises, but they really found themselves entering into them wholeheartedly in that way. The one exercise, one part of each exercise which says, enter into the scene, pick out the people, pick out the place, pick out what it looks like. But remember, it says that you aren't just making up a movie for yourself, you're going to make it your own. And that you've got to ask yourself questions which are difficult. And if you aren't hearing the person asking you difficult questions, you aren't listening. So this had quite a remarkable effect, and I find them find them all very much still with the exercise, and they would do the retreat again. A number have. And I've now moved on to asking them to write on the exercise, be it the Transfiguration, let them write on the Transfiguration as experienced by themselves, the crucifixion as experienced by themselves, and some of the miracles, the man born blind, for instance, the man at Bertside. And out of that, they become caught up in the exercises, and they do them as thoroughly and as well as anyone could. So that, I hope that answers.
Somewhat, yeah. How long, those ones that you would lead, how long did they take? Was it a month or a few days?
A month.
A month.
In other words, 30 weeks. And they met me once a week, and they had to have a number of exercises each week. And they all remained pretty faithful to that.
And do you have any memory of your own first experience going through the exercises?
I do, in a way. I was very young, I was 17, 18, and I followed them through, I think, diligently, but rather woodenly. That's the way I would felt myself. Mm. And it wasn't until, and even right through the novitiate, we got another retreat at the end of the novitiate. I remember the social saying to us, the assistant novice master, when I wrote to my parents saying that I was going on a retreat, he said, haven't you retreated enough? It was Jerry Clark's uncle. But that was a good line of his.